everyone, today I'll be reviewing this mystery thriller series just dropped on Netflix called The Survivor, and this series it is starring Charlie Bickner. That's right, from like he's probably the most known face right now from, of course, The Rings of Power. And had no idea this series was starring him. So watching him in this series was like really, really surprising. So this is supposed to be a mystery thriller limited series from Australia, and well, this series it is about solving a murder here happened like 15 years ago, and also the current time another murder happens. That is the show is about, but still I will say this show is literally about the survivor. So the name for the show is really perfect, and watching this series was just like wow. It is very still this series is very slow paced, so I did see some people are complaining because nothing happened, but this series it is kind of like a how the like when someone close to you die, and how the trauma affects people, internally, and how sometimes the your closest people, how they treat you and how much it can hurt, and that is this show is like literally is about survivor, but the center of this series still is about solving the murder happened 15 years ago, and current time we see the show we centers around this guy. His name is Kieran, is played by Charlie Bickner. When he was only like in his teenager years, he was like a trap into this cave, and his brother and brother's friend was coming to rescue him, and on the way to rescue him, I guess his brother and the brother's friend basically die in this series. And after that event, like we see his mom, his dad, whole town is traumatized by that experience. So slowly this series like reveal to the audience like what happened in that night in the cave. So when this reveal happened to the audience, I was just like wow. Once again, this series it is about the survivor. It's not so much about the murder mystery, because I personally thought the investigation for the series it isn't very interesting. However, all the character, how they react to the situation, and how they just like try to move on in this series, it was quite interesting. So this series it is quite sad if I'm being honest. This is like a kind of like a grieving type series. Like in this series, all the parents they're grieving like when you like hear their kid's story, you're just like this is a really story about grieving, like parents and the brother and sister, everyone else. Literally, it's very sad show, but still this series is actually very well made. The production is really top notch, and the location for this series it really works for the story you are watching. Like the location, especially this cave location, it takes place in this series. Like when I was watching it, like that cave where everything happened, it's really beautiful. All the waves look so pretty, but this show really shows you this like these waves are so dangerous and so crushing that it kills people. So this shows the way they reveal the location and the story production. It's really very good. It's really part of the story you were watching, and that made me like wow, I was watching something very, very interesting. So I personally really enjoyed this show. I was watching this series and thinking Charlie Bickner, who is this guy, he's so tall. He's really tall. Like the actress Mia in this, like when he was walking, she looks like this beside him. I was there thinking, wow, this guy, he's just so tall and handsome, but same time so sad. Watching him, I was just like, wow. So I personally really like all the performance here. I thought they were all very good. As I said, the biggest thing about this series is the location, and the way it works for the story is really very fascinating. And it takes place in Australia, and wow, it's really, really beautiful. So I did not look where this show is actually shot. So if you know where this show was filmed, let me know in the comment, because often the show is not where it takes place. The location can be different place, but I think it was in Australia. So I was just like, wow, blown by the location. And overall this series, it has a very good message. Like, it is about the grieving parents, getting the closer and everything. So the way it is done, I feel like there's a lot of people will enjoy this show. And the way all the acting was also really good. However, this shows all the characters, like, they're not, none of them are stand out. I will say that you will like them a lot. I feel like all the characters, because they're always sad all the time, the only character you will like is Mia, because she's like center of all this. And yeah, I thought all the characters are just like okay. But overall the series is quite good. The theme and everything is really very good, but it's not going to be for everyone because, as I said, it is quite sad. Center of the story, as the secret comes out, you are just like wow. So I'll be talking a little bit spoiler about the ending. Of course, when they reveal the who is behind all the thing, like Sean guy, he didn't kill Gabby, I guess. He just left her there because like he was really mad at her. So and I was there thinking, wow, you just left her behind. She's only 14 years old, like she doesn't know anything, or like, so that's kind of like sad reveal, I guess. But he is behind everything. What did I think about him behind everything, Sean guy? Yeah, I think it's okay, honestly. The ending did not disappoint me. I thought it was quite, still, I felt like it earned the ending. Like, it was relevant to the story I was watching. Because often the show, they will put the murderer, someone out of nowhere, and as the audience, you are like, what? How did he kill? So I feel like this one done good. I had no problem Sean killing Gabby, and also Sean kill Fronte, and I wish we spent a little more time with Fronte, but she was dead end of it. But she was trying to do investigation. So this show is really about all these grieving parents, Literally, it's quite sad actually, the overall series, but still quite good, heartwarming good. So I personally really liked, and that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this series? If you enjoyed this review, don't watch other reviews on other show. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe until I see you next time. Please take care.